And we are live, everyone. Hello, everyone coming from Melodifestivalen watching the live. And yeah, as we said, Melodifestivalen has just finished or is wrapping up now, but we have a winner. And in a shock result that no one saw coming, complete shock to the odds, the favorite, everything like that. Our winner is, for the second time in her career, Loreen with Tattoo. She is coming back to Eurovision. And yeah, Yana, what is your thoughts on this result?
Oh, well, I mean, I expected nothing less. Look, I usually write something down when I'm watching the performances. For Loreen, I only just wrote down perfect because there was not really anything else to add. I mean, the fork was maybe a bit too much and also too loud in the beginning, but that was not her fault, in my opinion. So the whole performance was iconic. She was the moment on stage. Already in the semi-final, I was mind blown. It was amazing. Maybe the song, some people say, okay, it's not the best song ever, but the performance, wow, that's definitely one of the best ever. Like, I've never seen anything like this in my life before with the two screens. She's like pressed in the middle of the screens and it's like lifting up, and wow, it's so iconic. I can't wait to see this in Liverpool. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this. Jess, what are your thoughts about Loreen coming to our home country for
Yeah,
Eurovision?
I'm very happy that she's won. It didn't surprise me at all. You know, me and many other people have had her down as a winner for so long now, and I feel like it was kind of the natural option for Sweden to pick this year. So I'm very happy that Loreen is coming to Eurovision again because with that song, with that performance, it's very well deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, what can be said about this that hasn't been said by anyone on Twitter? Like, it's the staging. Look, the song for me, I don't know how unpopular this is. Euphoria is better, slightly song wise, but this is Tattoo is still an amazing song. And my God, the staging, the camera
Mhm.
angles, the visuals, the vocals are incredible as well. Let's ignore the fog thing tonight because look, Georgia 2015 2.0, yeah,
Yeah.
fine, but that's not gonna be the case
Yeah.
at Eurovision, I'm sure. And just, of course, this one, like, of course, some people might have had other favorites, but like, come on, this was a runaway winner. Everyone knew this was going to win. I think if this hadn't won, while I would have thoroughly enjoyed the chaos,
Drama.
Twitter would have been an utter mess. But yeah, what a deserving winner, and who knows what's to come with this in May. Let's look at some of the comments. Hello to Sarah O'Halloran. Loreen won, if you haven't been able to tell from this. Rye Bailey, hello. Knew Loreen would win, but wanted Marcus and Martinez, though. Rye Bailey, I don't think I've ever seen you satisfied by a national final winner in the streams I've done on this, but well, I'll get you there sometime. Daniel, hello, Dan. Actually crying. Hopefully, those are tears of joy. Right, Bailey. Yeah, not a fan of the song. Sorry, overrated. Big time staging, though. Yeah, as I said, you're not. You're never satisfied. I don't think, right, Bailey, with these. Hello to Dylan. Hello. We now know our winner of Eurovision potentially. Yes, I said that correctly. Johnny Logan 2.0. I mean, there is some irony in the sense that if this wins, Sweden would be tying Ireland's record for melody for Eurovision wins, and again, this is another back-to-back winner potentially. But we'll get onto that, I'm sure,
Yeah.
in the future. So let's go
Yeah.
on to I think overall the results from Melody Festival, and let's quickly touch upon the runner-up of tonight, which I think was actually what everyone was potentially think, having the surprise for this evening about who was going to come runner-up out of the other 11 songs, and it ended up being Marcus and Martinez with the song Air. Yana, did you enjoy this performance of Marcus and
I
Martinez?
did. I did enjoy the performance. I'm not listening to the song in the studio version because song-wise, it's not my style at all. But the performance was really great, and I think they're quite popular as well. So I really understand the hype because they were really good. Also, their voices, their vocals were quite good. I did not expect this. And then we had the laser show on stage. I love laser, and that looked so cool. I've never seen anything like that. It was pretty cool. And also, I think like I've been listening to the studio version like once or twice, and I think live they are so much better because they harmonize quite well, and the whole song is very dynamic and catchy. So yeah, very deserved second place.
Guys, remember in the comments, if you have any questions for us, any thoughts on the performances tonight, anything that you want to talk about, please let us know. Jess, what was your thoughts on the runners-up, Marcus and Martinez?
Oh, I absolutely loved them and their song. I thought they brought probably one of the best stagings to Melfest this year, along with Tattoo and so many others. They, in my opinion, they kind of blew it out of the park live. And I think if it wasn't for Loreen, I could have easily seen this winning. It had winning potential all over it. And they're such professionals, such stars. And it really was incredible, in my opinion.
Yeah, let's go to some of those comments on the thoughts. Stacey, hello Stacey, wanted M&M in Liverpool. Well, to be fair, they'll probably sell some M&Ms in Sweet Shop or something like that. I'm sorry, I had to do that joke. It's either that or the rapper, and sadly she spelt it that way. Yodi Toddy saying looks like it's between Finland, Norway, and Sweden to win it. Who knows? Potentially. Yeah, I mean you're missing out May. I mean you're missing out May Muller with "I Wrote a Song," of course. No, fun fact: I did that same joke in the Melfest stream last year. I said Cornelia Jacobs was a potential winner, but then Sam Ryder got released. I did that completely ironically. with as a joke, and then he ended up finishing ahead of Cornelia. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but who knows? Anyway.
You never know.
Rye Bailey saying they don't like Euphoria or Tattoo. Yeah, sure, Rye.
To be fair, I'm not a fan of Euphoria either, so
me neither.
Right, you two clearly just you two just snuck in the stream then somehow, but
it's done objectively. It's just not my personal taste.
That's absolutely
it's well produced.
Yeah, Bubble Pirate Loreen won, of course. Sarah's Loreen Fest will light up the world, and can you have a tattoo with Loreen? Yeah, if you find a tattoo parlor that will do a Loreen tattoo, feel free. So actually, I want to get on to thoughts on Loreen herself. Actually, in terms of, so this is. When Loreen's performance shot up, actually, scratch that, not even the performance, when the pictures of this performance came to fruition, Sweden shot up in the odds to win Eurovision, overtook Ukraine, who'd been the standout favourites. Up until that point, in terms of the bookmakers, it's only going to get higher from here. Like, it ain't getting worse. Do you see Sweden taking their 7th victory in Liverpool, Jess?
I think they will definitely be a contender. For sure, and they will definitely be in the top 5, possibly in the top 3. I personally don't see this as the actual winner, but what do I know?
Well, quite literally. Don't worry, Jess's predictions are always spot on, so I'm sure that's
France won Eurovision last year, remember?
Exactly. That's nothing. Yeah, and yeah. Your thoughts on them?
I think Carrie, told you before, I completely agree with Jess. Like, I think she's gonna be top 3, maybe 2nd place, but I'm not quite sure if she's winning again. She's definitely a contender, but I personally see Finland slightly ahead, but we will see.
Well, in my opinion, okay, in terms of actual songs, I prefer Finland with Cha Cha Cha. However, there is the question mark with juries for Finland. They might do well with that. Who knows? But I think when you look at it objectively, this is going to be the kind of song, and I'm not accusing iReview of doing this, it's going to be the kind of song where when it comes to May, this is going to feel like the obvious winner, and people are going to be like, no, it's going to be someone else. I'm like, I feel this is our winner.
It could happen.
I think it could absolutely happen. And it'll be cool to see Sweden win again, because as much as they're good at Eurovision, they haven't actually won for 8 years, which by their standards, by no other country's standards, but just their ones, is actually quite a long time. Let's go to hello to Clayton Crowder Oxford. I'm so happy she won. The song is amazing. However, I'm concerned she may have to change the staging after reports this afternoon that it'll be sad, but saying the song speaks for itself. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. There were reports coming out today that the stage, the top part of the stage, might be too heavy to move around stage.
I mean,
in Liverpool,
could they not just make the same thing but less heavy?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Make it out of plastic or something. I don't know.
Maybe there's some polystyrene left from our trumpets in 21. You know?
Yeah. I mean, my perspective is surely for as much as Melodifestivalen is like a massive national final, surely if it's heavy enough and practical enough for that, they can
Hmm.
manage it for Eurovision. Like, just put in the running order, just put a break before her
Yeah.
slot. Like you did it for Sam Ryder's contraption, Sheldon's contraption, a lot of big contraptions, which I'd imagine will be heavy. I suppose the main issue there is it will have to be hanging, which is
Yeah.
probably
Mm,
that's the issue with it
yeah.
potentially. But in terms of like, I don't know. I just feel like they can manage it. Is sort of
I
my
hope
thoughts.
so. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
admittedly, I do think worst comes to worst, they have to change it. Loreen is creative enough where she would
Oh
find a
yeah,
way to still
For
make
for
this
sure.
sure.
amazing. But yeah, I'd like to hope it's fine. Sander, hello Sander, saying I like Tattoo but don't love it. Not as good as Euphoria. Yeah, that's a fair point there. Remy, Tattoo is so boring. I would stay off Twitter with opinion. No. Music suggested all that stuff, but don't say that immediately. That would be my advice. Ulrika saying winner, yes, potentially. Bubble Pirate talking about the UK's entry. UK's entry is the first one
Oh,
they like of the
well, that's
UK in a
good.
while. And Ben NT, we're going to keep your comment on for the rest of the stream. Right, let's go to
No
the.
bias here.
No, I'm incredibly nothing like that. So let's go on to another song that took part tonight, actually, and that is the third place song. And I know Jan is a fan of this. Not sure about Jess. I'm a massive fan of this because it might have come third, but 6 feet under, doubling that with smashed into. I said 6 feet under, smashed into pieces. It smashed into pieces with 6 feet under was who won. What was your thoughts on this taking the bronze medal, Jana?
No, I'm really happy they came third place because I absolutely love the song. I love it live because their vocals are really good. I love it in the studio version, maybe slightly more in the studio version because live, I mean, they were there on stage, but sometimes I couldn't really feel the energy because they were like not really moving. Maybe they should move a little bit more. Like, remember when Måneskin was doing like, I would not say a similar song, but like also a rock song. They were crazy on stage, and maybe I needed a little bit of that energy, a bit more. But I really like the masks, even though they really remind me of the 2010s. Like, we had some similar entries, like masks wise, but it was really cool still. And I'm so glad I came third. It's a great song.
Jess, are you a fan of 6 feet under? Or was it just
Loved
4
it,
feet under?
loved it, loved it. Loved
Yes.
every single second of this. The song and the staging was epic in my opinion. So memorable, so kind of stand out, not just for the staging, but for the fact that it was a rock song in a lineup of kind of mostly pop tonight. So I was loving this and I was rooting for this to win along with Paul Ray.
Mm.
Well, we'll come on to Paul Ray, I reckon, at some point after his result. Any other year, I think this
Oh,
has a
yeah.
real shot of winning. This has a real, because it's so different to what Sweden usually send, and I think this will be received so well. Yeah, I do agree with Jana. I think the lead singer in particular does need to move a little bit more, but at the same time, he might be focusing on his vocals a little bit more, which were incredible.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then just focus on the vocals. Everyone else is doing the energy around them, and yeah, really happy with them. They should come back in another time, hopefully with a similar absolutely incredible. Just one more. This is the last UK song. Last one UK one, I promise. Top 5. Thank you, Ben. Hello to ESC Manga. Hello, Loreen is back. So happy. She is amazing. Yes. Hello to Ibrahim. Loreen was amazing. Come on. Jens from Sweden saying we are coming for the crown with about 10 N's on the end of that. That's. You might be. And Rye Bailey, don't say I didn't warn you about Twitter with that one there. Actually, I feel sorry. I apologize, Jana, but Latvian has asked. I've got to honor this question. Latvia, how Jana, how does Jana feel about Liverpool's results?
But we had a great game last week, so guess it's okay.
Last week. That's the only
I presume
football comment.
That's football, right?
It's football, Jess. That is the only one I'll take. I apologize. That's the only one I will do. Actually, we've got a question for you here, Jess.
Oh,
From Clayton. Jess, this is random, but I'm
No.
loving your wallpaper.
thank you
Yes, that
very
is.
much.
It is very nice, actually. But it's a bit of a different room you're in tonight.
Yeah, I'm in a different room because my room was unavailable tonight.
Okay. Fair enough. So let's get on to, I think, some other songs from this evening. What? Actually, I'll leave it up to you. What, other than the three we've talked about, Yana, what was your favorite of this evening?
Well, we already talked about my favorites.
Other than them, then fourth place.
Okay, I really liked John Henrik Fjällgren. Like he was the very first, and I love the joiking. I think it's joiking, right?
Yoiking, yeah.
Yeah, I really like the traditional elements combined with the modern vibes. Like that was really cool. And I mean, it gets a little bit repetitive after a while, but it's still really cool. And I also like the setup with the DJ pull, like a DJ at a big club. That was pretty cool, and the crowd also went wild. So very modern mixed with ethnic. I like that.
Very modern mixed with ethnic. Very appropriate for that, I think. Jess, what was one of your favorites outside the top three?
My favorite from tonight was Royals by Paul Ray. I can see your face, Harry.
We'll get on to it.
Yeah, and for me, this was super catchy, had a really nice melody. He, in my opinion, was great on stage with the singing and the dancing. And it was, in my opinion, just a very feel good, maybe slightly cheesy song, which is obviously why I liked it. But I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, to be fair, as much as we're going to get on to what happened with Paul Ray, the song wise, it's not bad. It's a decent,
It's
solid
well
entry.
produced.
I like the instrumental. I think that's really good. The lyrics are a bit cheesy.
Mhm.
So Jess, just to clarify, this was your number one, correct? That was
Yes.
number
Sorry, I
How
know
yes,
that-
many votes he got?
Someone in the comments, please check this for us. But that must be Melodifestivalen history that someone got 1 point in the televote, because oh my, I feel bad. I really do feel bad for him. I do feel bad for Paul because no, I don't think any song was bad enough to deserve like 1
Yeah.
point. It was a
Yeah.
strong lineup. Even someone got five. Tone got 5 points. That was
Yeah.
again quite low, very harsh on her. Yeah, it was very unfortunate, but it is much more a jury song, and I think sadly Paul Ray just seems to cater more to juries for whatever reason. Whether he always does much better in that front, but you know what? He is consistently putting out solid entries. He always gets to the
Mhm.
final, and he can take great solace in getting there again directly. He's had his moment this year. Speaking of Tony, actually, Leah Patterson asked, "What do you think about Tony finishing in last place?"
Very undeserved, in my opinion. I think
Yeah.
she had a good, solid song. It maybe wasn't the strongest of the lineup, but it was a good song that was accompanied by a good live performance that should have scored higher.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt really sorry for her. Like she had a great stage presence, was very self-confident on stage. Like I was really surprised she came last.
Yeah, I would say it wasn't. Wasn't on my radar to come last. I think it was much more confident and assured than her entry last year,
Mhm.
which she's really grown in this year. You can tell, but at the same time, slot two, it's not necessarily the most remarkable song.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, people might have just forgot it based on the slot position and just the other songs around her. I am going to put you on the spot because you both said it was undeserved or unexpected. Who would you have put last? Because you got to say if it's undeserved, who's last?
So
Well,
when
for me,
I
it's sorry. You can start.
okay, so when I put this in last place, it's just purely because it doesn't really appeal to me.
Get the excuses
very
out now,
much.
Jess. Go on.
Don't think it was the strongest. I would probably maybe pick Nordman.
Okay.
It just wasn't strong enough in this lineup for me. It wasn't memorable enough. Didn't grab me.
I mean, it came last with the jury, so there is some correlation there with with your thoughts. Yana, who would you have had last?
Okay, I'm sorry, Twan, if you read this, but for me, it's Marriott because I don't know. It
No.
starts nice, yes, it starts slow, and it was quite kind of emotional. She has nice vocals, and then it was evolving, but suddenly, it goes back. Like there's not really progress, in my opinion. So that was a bit difficult for me. I was like, oh, okay, this is not gonna do well, I think. So yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it's one. Marriott would also be my
No,
pick.
don't do this to me.
well,
She was
look,
one of
you've
my
got.
favorites tonight.
No. I like her as an
To be
artist.
fair, respectable result considering it was a second
Yeah.
chance. Very
Yeah.
respectable result.
Yeah.
Let's look at some of these more comments. There, RJ, hello, RJ. Yes, Loreen, big fan of her since 2012. And Theo should have finished higher. Where did Theo's come? It was like 5th, 6th, around
He
there.
was
I
top
think.
5, I think.
Top 5.
Yeah,
Good.
pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
a good result for Theos. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd say that's about right. Boba Pirate saying he'd like a country to win
Oh,
the
me too.
contest. That never had. Like San Marino.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure they'll do that this year.
Maybe not San Marino this year, but
They're their main favourite. They've just been announced for all the pre-parties.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
is, and the crowd is going mild on the comments. So sorry. That is cruel. Hopefully, I do. Hope
Wait,
they
has Norway ever won?
Yes.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. Alexander Rybak.
Oh, shit.
Oh, 3 times, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Alexander Rybak, Yana.
I'm bad with years and numbers, you know.
That's just one of the most all-time classics in
Also
Eurovision
Czechia,
history.
maybe.
Czechia is a good shout for a country
Yeah.
that hasn't won for Czechia, very good shout. People in the comments, who would you like to see that's never won before?
Oh,
Maybe
Nocturne, yeah.
basic
Oh.
and
Or
Nocturne.
we could just go for a country that hasn't won in a very long time, like the United Kingdom.
United Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, we know someone that could have crashed a Benz and done all that stuff, but instead she wrote a song for Eurovision, and that's admirable. You know. Come on, May. We will be incredibly biased towards her throughout until May. Now we'll be incredibly biased till May until May.
We're
So
gonna host twice in a row.
it could be in London. Ian Wheatman saying Tone's entry. Oh, sorry, I wanted to actually get this one up for you. Least surprising result ever, and that's okay. Loreen's is hands down favourite going into Eurovision. Air would have won any other year, but you know,
Mhm.
I think you could say that about a lot of entries. They would
Yeah.
have had a chance many other years, but as soon as we saw Loreen's performance, it's just like, well, stop the show. Everyone, we all know the winner here. What's some other ones here? Peter saying, sorry, as a Slovak, Czechia, because it has our only chance to return. That possibly. That is true. Vincent, hello, Vincent, regular watcher of the podcast, saying thought Smash Into Pieces would do better. If you'd have said you prefer it, I would be more on your side.
Yeah. I don't think they would do better. We have so
I'm
many
not
bands and rock groups this year, so they could cancel each other out. Like we have Germany, Australia, they're all a bit similar. So very difficult this year. Maybe another year.
Yeah, very difficult. A lot of rock bands. Actually, for anyone watching Portugal, a lot of boy bands in that one. So potentially we're going to get another one of those. There is actually quite a few. There's like 4 or 5. Let's go to some more of these. Oh, let's put you on the spot, shall we? Clayton saying top 5 so far, no order. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Austria, Israel, UK top 10. What's your top 5? You can go in no order. Are you just going to say that top 5, Yana?
No. Oh, my own top 5.
Yeah, we want your top 5. Let's put you on the spot.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's always changing. Like I would put Italy first. I know he's not gonna win, but then probably Finland. I don't know. Sweden is somewhere in my top 10, maybe growing a bit more. It's so difficult. Austria is also in my top 10. Norway is my top 5, I guess. Then Israel is somewhere. Oh my god, that's difficult.
That was definitely more than 5 songs. Jess?
So in a random order, probably Norway, Ireland, Slovenia, maybe UK and Finland.
Right. To be fair, I'll try and do mine. I'll go in no order: Finland, Norway. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? They're the ones that are definitely in there.
Too. I forgot about that.
Austria might be in there. UK's around there. I'll just say 5 songs which might be in there. UK might be in there, and I'm going to forget one. I'll say Czechia. I'll say Czechia for my ones there. So let's have a look. Actually, any more questions? So actually, Jens from Sweden is saying 2023 Nordic strong, and Denmark are there as well. Vincent F has his top 5 or top 4 actually in no particular order: France, Finland, UK, and Sweden.
How could I forget? It's my favorite.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't mention that.
It's literally my
Andy
number one.
is
Yeah.
furious right now.
Yeah.
Andy
Just
is
don't
Andy
watch
is
this, Andy.
Andy, he's busy recording the Loreen reaction. Don't worry. he's furious. Neither of us said France or Serbia. I believe is his other one.
Or
But
Serbia. It's my top 10 as well.
absolutely
Yeah.
no comment for me. Shayura, apologies if I butchered that. After Loreen's entrance, I feel it's game over for everyone else at Eurovision. Again, no, that's Luke
Luke
Black.
would disagree.
Yeah, Luke would disagree with game over. Well, it depends. He might close. He might close the show by saying game over.
Yeah, I would not.
Makes all perfect sense.
Mhm.
Ruben, hello, Ruben.
Ruben.
Did you see Loreen's victory at Melo? Yes, we were watching the show. That's why we are doing the live stream for it. No, I think they mean the winner's performance. To be fair, the odds reacted, or we'll need to see the odds. Someone in the comments let us know. Someone in the comments let us know what percentage Sweden are in the odds. Finland might have gone up. Who knows?
I think you're a bit too obsessed with Finland this year, Harry.
It's not important.
No way.
Ry Bailey's top 5 here: France, Finland, Austria, UK, and Israel.
Oh, that's a good top.
I tell you what, I'm going to do a quick plug for anyone that wants my reaction to songs like Austria, Israel, and the UK. The next episode of the podcast will be coming out soon, and with there'll be quite a few songs in there. It's any that are being released before Monday. So, and we've got quite a big one there. Actually, I've got a question here from Peter. Actually, do we agree that semi-final 1 bloodbath is as big of a bloodbath as semi-final 1 in 2021?
It's awful.
Can I alter that slightly and say semi-final 1 in 2018 also for consideration,
Yes.
please? I would say the second half of semi-final 1 absolutely is a nightmare for there's so many contenders in there. The first half's a bit weaker, I think, but there's so many good songs in there, and considering it's only 15 songs in that semi-final, there's going to be some there's going to be some heartbreak, I reckon, in there. Let's go for a few more. Let's go for a few more top 5s here. UK, Israel, Czech Republic, Cyprus. That's a good one, Cyprus, and Sweden in the top 5. Okay, I'm not gonna. So the most recent comment is saying 38 in the odds and growing. Thank you very much for that. Ruben saying 1. I'm happy about Loreen winning in May, but it is not that interesting. I mean, winners winning again, Sweden again, maybe from that aspect. Or do you mean just the actual top winner? Because I don't know what my thought process went there. Apologies. But, do you mean like Loreen winning, or just like the idea of returning artists winning potentially? Navarra is being quite humble about the result here, potentially. Ry Bailey actually giving his bottom 3 here: Italy, Germany, and Romania. Yana is going to find you. What are some other songs we can talk about actually from Melodifestivalen? Actually, let's go for what was your overall thoughts on the overall quality of Melodifestivalen this year? Because it was a quite a big talking point in terms of people saying it wasn't as strong as usual and stuff like that. But once it actually came down to the final 12, what were your thoughts on the overall selection?
Very strong lineup, in my opinion. So many high quality entries that could have easily won and got Sweden a great result at Eurovision. Such a high standard. It was really quite amazing to watch. And then obviously you've got Friends Arena, a great production in there, great hosting. They really know how to put on a show. I was very impressed by everything.
Yana?
Well, I have to slightly disagree here. I mean, just my own opinion. I think other years are so much stronger, like previous years. This year we had some good songs for sure, but I'm not sure if the other songs would do so well at Eurovision, like Tattoo. I mean, we had Air, that was a good contender maybe, but then again, song-wise, I feel like it's not the strongest. It's mostly performance. Smash Into Pieces maybe, but not this year because we have so many bands. It's difficult. For me, it's not the strongest year.
I think I'm in a similar link to Yana. Actually, maybe a mixture of both, because the other years I've added more songs to my playlist. I think there's been more 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s for me in terms of actual song quality. However, at the same time, when watching tonight, apart from maybe one or two, I don't think there was a bad song. It was a really strong national final, and I think a lot of those songs, if they competed in other selections, would win it hands down. Like Sweden
That's
is
true, yeah.
consistently good. Actually, I do want to use a question here for Latvia, guys. Actually, quickly, we've got like 93 people in the chat. It's so amazing to
Wow.
see. If you've got any questions that maybe aren't necessarily related to Sweden, because we can move away from that. We've got quite a few songs to talk about. If you want to ask us any questions about Eurovision in general or anything else, feel free to put those in. Latvian's asking Norway. We're not asking. Norway is way better than Melfest this year, in my opinion. I want to
Yes,
ask you a
I agree.
question. Rank the following 3 national finals: Melfest, UMK, MGP.
Oh,
Okay, I can start. MGP, I think, is first. Although UMK is super strong. Okay, let's say UMK, MGP, and Melfest then. Yeah.
And Jess.
yeah, I think I would agree. Based on this year's finals, this year's shows, UMK won. The MGP's no more. UMK's first. That's all you need to know.
You're gonna do a tie for second. You're gonna do a tie for
Yeah.
second. Well, I'll do UMK first, then MGP, then Melfest, song quality wise. But actually, enjoyment levels, I watched
Oh, yeah.
Melfest and MGP, so I can't really. It's a bit unfair. It's a bit unfair on No, I didn't watch MGP. Sorry, that's the one I didn't watch because I was annoyingly at work. I was at work. I was
Really?
annoyed. Yes,
Oh.
You watch
it was-
it.
I had to. Well, I watched all the heats, so that's fine. What other things are people saying? Actually, here's some rankings here: Latvia, UMK, MGP, Melfest. Someone's added a Benidorm Fest into their ranking. UMK, Melfest. Leah, Melfest, MGP, UMK. Just though, actually, we'll get before Loreen's this year winner was unpredictable. Now I fear that once again everyone knows the winner months before the actual show. Jealous Finn here, possibly. I do agree. This year's winner was very unpredictable before Sweden officially selected their act, or even before Loreen took part. But at the end of the day, who knows? I think it's at the end of the day, it's highly likely, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. There are many factors. Maybe a potential staging issue will change the staging and all that stuff. Leah Patterson actually asking who should represent Portugal. Are you watching the final? To answer the second one quickly, yes, we are. Please come back at past midnight, definitely. Where it'll be me.
Join our live stream. Yes.
It'll be me. It'll be me, Yana, and Dom doing that one. So, have either of you watched any of the acts from Festival de Cancel so far? Who's your favorite from them so far?
So my favorite is Nasci Maria by Claudia. I love that song. I hope she's gonna win.
And Jess?
Yeah, I'm hoping for either Claudia or Mimicat.
Nice. Both strong contenders. I'll put another one in there and say Barbara would be my selection for there. Yeah, we've got a question here from Bubble Pirates linking to Germany. Germany place chances. I don't know if they missed out. I did. Yeah, where do you think actually Germany could end up finishing?
I think better than last year. I mean, okay, that's not difficult. No, but honestly, I think we should be like in the middle of the table because it's a bit more accessible. Maybe it's not that radio friendly. It's something else. It stands out, even though we have many bands. But yeah, I think mid of the table.
I will say, Yana, I do apologize. I feel bad saying this, but there is actually a way you could finish worse because there was only 25 songs last year. So if there's 26, it's only because as a Brit, I did the reverse last year with James Newman, where it's like we physically can't be worse because it's 25 songs. Jess, where do you think Germany's going to come with blood and glitter?
I think their entry this year is strong enough to get Germany out of the bottom 5. And I think overall, I could sort of predict a mid-finish table, maybe towards the higher end of the right-hand side.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, so Ruben's just put here, big 5 for top 5 guys. First of all, I'm going to say now, I think I speak on behalf of this. I don't think the big 5 are coming top 5. But is this potentially...
I disagree. Well,
not Sweden. No, literally all the big 5 in the top 5.
Not all of them. No.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. They're not all coming top 5.
Like one of them or something.
Maybe we can answer
our own prediction. I don't know.
Maybe our top 5 of the big 5.
Yeah,
Oh
maybe.
yeah, there's many ways this can be interpreted. I've probably chosen the wrong one. Yeah, let's do that one. Top 5 of the big 5. What's your top 5 of this?
Well, France obviously
Let
would
me
be my
think.
number one. Who else is in the big 5? Probably I'd put UK in second place. Then I would say Spain, Italy, and sorry, Germany.
Fair enough. Okay, my first one will be Italy because it's my winner overall at the moment. Then Spain because I love Spain. Who else do we have? I like UK as well, so probably third, I guess. Germany, I do like Germany. And who's the last one? Let me.
France.
Oh yeah, that's my last one. Yeah, it's
I'll
not bad.
go UK, Italy, France, Spain, and sorry, Anna, Germany in last place.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Some other comments on the big. Actually, before we get onto those comments, do want to ask: could this be the first year that none of the big 5 come last?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it as well. I mean, staging we'll have to see come Liverpool for a few of them, but it's got a good shot. And I don't think Ukraine's coming last either. So I think it
I
might
don't
be.
know. I'm not sure.
No, I don't see Ukraine
I
coming
don't
last.
think so.
This will be if this happens, it'll be the first time in 10 years where a non-automatic qualifier hasn't come last. The last time was
Yeah.
Ireland in 2013 was the last one. So a few more comments here actually about the big 5. So we got Germany near the bottom, sadly. Michael Forbes. Hello, Michael Forbes. You've been in the chat for a while.
Okay,
First
bye-bye.
comment. and then the next few here. UK will be top of the big 5. The song is Stellar. Bubble saying UK has big chances to get in the top 5. Look, I promise I'm not.
The
These
comments
are
are
all
biased.
UK. they're all saying the UK is good. I'm not cherry picking these. Yeah, you look at the comments back; they're all good. Ben with an interesting one actually. You think Spain will come last? Not.
I definitely not.
No,
Maybe.
I don't think.
people love or hate this song, but there are also many people that love the song. So
There's I think potentially because of how long it's been released, that for some people the hype around it might be slightly dying. I think there's a few of the earlier ones are suffering with that, but obviously nothing like that matters when it comes to actual May. Just so here with a comment, Harry, has Clara already started to teach you her massive alcohol knowledge? No, not yet. I am I am in Barcelona. I'm in Barcelona with Clara in a couple weeks. I'm sure if she's watching this, Clara, I'm sure she will start with the alcohol knowledge then. I mean, it's Barcelona. There'll be something.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Any other questions before we wrap this up? Please feel free to put them in the comments. Ry Bailey saying for the big 5, UK and France, not keen on the rest. And yeah, the people saying that are clearly delusional.
I disagree.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. I will taking my unbiased hat off for a second, and is if this is flat live, then maybe. But May Muller is an established artist, a well-rounded performer. Not my mic there. A well-rounded performer, and I don't know. I feel like the BBC have learnt from dance songs such as 2021, 2018, 2015, where the staging really flopped for anything upbeat, and we've learnt from that. Hopefully, I don't know if this can be confirmed. If it's the same team as last year, then we'll do stuff. There is a way where we could come bottom 5, but yeah, we'll see. Lee actually saying, Ian, sorry, saying Croatia or Poland come last, depending on the live vocal mix. I will say if Croatia make the final, I don't think they're coming last.
No.
Poland,
I don't think they're gonna qualify. So
that semi-final 2 is wide open, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
we'll have to who knows? Potentially. Ruben's saying about the Spain thing. Spain has at least 50 to 100 points from the juries, or should have that. Voice and performance cannot end bottom 5. Yeah, that is true. Regardless of your thoughts on the song, the performance.
Juries are going to save it for sure, yeah.
Well, out of this world, the performance, I think. So, a few more here. Unscripted saying France and UK. Ben saying, I like her top 5. I like her. It's in my top 5 to me this week year. Okay. Magnus saying, listening to ESC vloggers, it seems that the uniqueness is most important criteria for a good song. For me, uniqueness and genre don't matter. The important thing is the song affects me. It's a fair point. Yeah, I'd say on that lines, uniqueness should not be the main reason you like a song. But yeah, it's an interesting opinion and one I probably I agree with it. So thank you. We've got 97 people here. We're going to wrap this up with this final question here. We're going to go back to Melodifestivalen, and we've gone to the big five for quite a bit. So apologies if you wanted some Sweden content for the last bit, but we're going to go back to Sweden here. So if you had to put money on one spot where Loreen is going to come, because usually at the end of these we'd ask oh, is this going to qualify? I'm like, we're not even going to bother with that question.
Yeah.
We're not even going to bother. So if you had to put money on where this is coming, like life savings, whatever you want on it,
Okay.
most confident, where is this coming in May at Eurovision Liverpool?
I would say second place.
You know what my follow-up question is going to be, Jana? Behind who?
I can't answer that yet because I don't know yet.
You don't.
We'll find out in May.
Very diplomatic answer, Jana. Yes. What's your?
I'm going to say third place.
Third place.
But I don't know behind who.
You know what? The interesting thing is, because you've said you don't know behind who, is the reason I am putting this for. I think this is winning, because it's just like in the top of my head. As much as I love other songs, I don't know who's beating this.
Harry, we still have internals coming. We don't have all yet, so we don't know.
Azerbaijan, 2023.
No disrespect to Portugal, Azerbaijan, Greece, Georgia, or Armenia. Some of those I'm sure will be amazing. They will be great. I'm not sure any of those are going to win.
You never know.
I never know, and I'm going to look like an idiot if any of them win now because it's live on live on YouTube. But I'm going to stick my neck out on the line and say none of those five are winning. I'm sorry, guys. So we'll quickly here, top three regardless. Peter saying second or third. Ben saying top five easy. Some of you did not understand the question. I wanted a position, guys. Seriously. Latvian did in third. Bubble saying first or second place. Jacko saying hello, Jacko. I believe this is the first comment we're going. Winner definitely. Joseph saying they agree with Jana's Finland, Sweden second or third. I do have a Finland problem, Jess, clearly. Sweden second or third. Finland will win the televote. Sweden win the jury vote. Finland are the winners. And I tell you what, I would not be mad at that at all. But guys, thank you so much for joining us for this live stream. One more national final to come. If you are staying up for Portugal tonight, please stick around with Eurovox. We'll be covering the winner for that. Follow us on all our social medias. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just hit 20,000 subscribers. Very happy with that. But let's get even higher. Let's aim for 25, 30. Who knows? I'm being optimistic, maybe. Yeah, follow us on all our social medias. Instagram. We've got a TikTok just starting within in the
join us.
Yes, join us on there. We've got a podcast this year. The latest episode celebrated International Women's Day, where Jana actually took my spot as host, kicked me out of the stream of the video. Make sure to look at our website. We've got all breaking news articles on that for that. And yeah, let us know what you think down in the comments if you've just missed this live stream, what your thoughts are on the winner. And as we said, one more. We're getting to the end of this. One more national final to come, 4 more internals. Then we have all the songs for the 2023 cast. But one of them, and what we've been talking about now, is Loreen with Tattoo. So see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.